That's what's up 116. There's a few ways that you can elevate your ability to scan and check your shoulders. The first thing that comes to mind is breathing. And so take this test. Take a deep breath right now. After you took that deep breath, if your shoulders rose up, if your deep breath looked like this, and your shoulders went up, your upper back went up, then you might want to check out this video. It's called How to Breathe by Dr. Vranich, Vranich. Vranich. It's called, it's a TED Talk, and right, what this is going to teach you is a simple technique. She says breathing is a skill, and that two players of equal skill level, the one who's got better endurance is going to win every time. So not only is this breathing technique going to help you use less energy to breathe, it's going to effortlessly improve your stamina and endurance, and it's also going to help you be calmer on the field, right? It's going to allow you to be calmer in high pressure situations on and off the field. So that would be, if you could take away anything from this video, you got to check that video out, because this video has changed my life. This is one thing that I wish I was taught 27 years ago when I started playing. So that's number one. Number two is, I once watched this video. My buddy showed me this video of Messi, and he was running to get the ball that was in the other team's corner area, right? So he's running towards the ball, and he's got his back to the whole field, and he checked his shoulders so many times in such a tight time window. I almost couldn't believe it, right? You think like, and that's in a soccer game, right? It wasn't like he was checking the road. Imagine checking the road and you see someone look back and forth up the road, down the road, 10 plus times, so 5 times left, 5 times right, back and forth in the span of like 2 seconds. You might say, well, that's pretty weird, but and that's for checking the road. That's so you don't die. This is a soccer game, man. He checked his shoulders so many freaking times. It was like, it made me laugh, because I was like, wow, that's what checking your shoulders looks like. So I would practice that, right? Practice looking, like just scan rapidly, because the more looks, right, the more looks you get, then you can kind of intuit and kind of anticipate where things are going to happen before they happen. So that's one strategy. Another strategy is if you're in a car, whether you're the passenger, whether you're the driver, if you make looking around you as a habit, so you're checking your blind sides, you're checking the mirrors, you're looking over your shoulders. If you do that perpetually, instead of having your phone in your freaking right hand, right, distracted, you want to put that phone away, and you want to make sure that you're the most aware, right? You're always, I remember my dad would rock forward. He'd rock forward and he'd look to the left. He would always remind me, like, always check your shoulder, because sometimes a car will sneak up in your blind spot, and that could cause an accident. So you just want to be perpetually checking the mirrors, checking your left mirror, checking your right mirror, side mirrors, and then both your blind spots, so you always have a knowledge of where everything is. So and you could do that as well if you are a passenger. The only time that's not a good thing to do is when you are coming to a T intersection, right? You're this car, and there's 2 lanes of traffic going by, and you're this car, and you have a driver on the left side and you're on the right side. If you're trying to look as a passenger towards, the way the camera faces, if you're trying to look, if you're the passenger facing that side of the road, and you lean your body forward to look this way, it might make it hard for the driver to see oncoming cars from that direction. So when you come up to the T, that's That's one time when you might want to be in the way of the driver. You actually want to do the opposite, which is make sure they have visibility. If you're leaned forward in your seat, you want to make sure that they can see and so you don't get into an accident. Another thing that's super helpful is two things. One is I would start to bring a ball with you everywhere you go if you don't have one already. A size 1 ball is ideal because size 1 ball, it will improve your dribbling and it'll give you a competitive advantage when you step on a pitch that has a size 5 ball, right? Because you could argue that a size 1 ball is harder to manipulate than a size 5 ball. So if you spend a lot of time, even if you spend 1 minute a day manipulating a size 1 ball, when you step on a field with a size 5, it's going to feel like a balloon. It's going to be much easier to manipulate because you've been practicing on the size 1 ball all along. Another practical reason for carrying a smaller ball is because with a larger ball, it's kind of hard to throw in your school bag or your gym bag. So for that reason, I like carrying around a smaller ball with me because it's just more portable, it's more lightweight, and plus juggling smaller balls are going to help you improve your precision. As your precision improves, you're going to be sharper on the field. The sharper you are on the field, the more dangerous you're going to become. So, all right, I call this a soccer vacation. Bring a ball with you everywhere you go. Could be a tennis ball, could be a size 1 ball, or a kick trainer. Kick trainer is a great option because especially if there's a lot of traffic going around. Like if I'm in New York City, especially for a beginner player, unless you got a really good handle on the ball, you kind of want kick trainers if you're in high traffic areas or airport. It's actually good practice to be dribbling in high traffic areas, but maybe not if you're a beginner because that ball. You could trip yourself, you could trip someone up and someone falls and smashes their head or something. That's not going to be that's not a good time. So that's why kick trainers, right? Kick trainers, the ball's never going to fly away. Even if even players of high levels can lose control of the ball, and you don't want to cause an accident in an airport or in the road. Cause a car accident. That'd be not cool. So kick trainer. If you're not using kick trainer already, the reason why juggling and dribbling and using kick trainer are gonna help you be more aware on the field, because when you have a confidence and when you know where the ball's gonna go each time you strike it, you're not gonna have to look down as much. And when you don't have to look down as much because you have a confidence from the training, it's like you know where the ball's gonna be, so you don't have to always be looking down so much because you've got those touches. Right? If you got those touches and you have the awareness, it's like a lot of times beginner players are unaware and unconfident because they know that their skills are poor because they haven't dedicated the time. So they go to play with more competitive players and they say, oh, well, I had a shit game and I'm not the best player and I don't know what it is. It's like, well, of course you know what it is. You haven't invested the time and energy to developing your first touch and you can't connect a pass. So there'd be no reason for you to be confident or aware. So as your time, if you could start to invest 1 minute a day into juggling, dribbling, or a kick trainer, then not only will your confidence go up, but your awareness will go up because you have there's an inner peace in yourself because now you know where the ball is. So as your training improves, so does your inner peace because now your playing is effortless. You can connect passes. You're more aware of people's runs. You could put the ball anywhere you want. You could take the ball off a goal kick or off a punt in the air and pop it up once and rifle it back on goal. You know what I mean? So the more dangerous you become at juggling, dribbling, and striking a ball, and then I would also throw in using an RMT rope. For an RMT rope, you want to search David Weck, W-E-C-K. The more dangerous you become with these simple tools and that breathing video, man, you're going to become super dangerous. So hopefully some of these ideas help. Test these things out. Reach out with any questions. All right, thank you.